Hey guys, and welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with another war video, and today D69 is taking on Matrix or XMX. So if you guys didn't know, there is one Matrix alliance that is in the top I'd say they're probably about top 8 in skill, maybe around like 6th or 7th. They're normally in. I think they've been in Masters every season, and they might have been one of the alliances that got docked that one season, but I'm actually not sure. So I'm not gonna say that. But this is actually lower matrix, just like a Paco has a higher Paco and a lower Paco. Although currently they're both around Masters level. Then it's they're I think they're like Platinum 2 level, around there, somewhere around there. But yeah, they're a pretty decent alliance, but we were fairly certain it would not be a close war. So I did assign a few weird things. One guy wanted to try out Abomination with Red Guardian synergy against the boss, so I said sure, and he is going to get first shot at that. In section the champs for brain today is going to be Quake, Warlock, and Falcon. I believe this is the same team that I brought into war number 1. I hung about that. I think it is, though. And yeah, it's just going to be pretty straightforward for section 1. We're going to be going path 2, so the path that gives you all, or that gives the defender all the furies when you have a certain number of hits. And on this first node we have a Korg, so there's a few champs that can take this Korg quite easily. Doom can do it, but it's quite a difficult fight. Same with Omega and Apocalypse. They're all about the same, those three. And then I'd say the best option is definitely Quake. Stubborn just took absolutely all the difficulty out of quaking Korg, and you can pretty much quake him on every node that there is. You can quake him on the intercept node in section 2, and you won't time out if it's a rank 5 Korg, but you probably will if it's a rank 3. I actually haven't tested that yet. He's not a very good placement there anyways, because you can just ghost cheese him, even with protect. But yeah. Right there, I did mess up and I took a few hits, but... Oh, and another place you can't quake them on is Brute Force, either of the Brute Force nodes, but that's irrelevant. And yeah, we did take a few hits. We're down to 80%, but we're doing fine. Last war, I think it was last war, yeah. I took Korg on Mixmaster, and I did take 4 hits in that fight as well. So it seems consistent that every time I take Korg, I never die, but I always take a few hits. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to not keep that up, but we'll see how it goes. I think, no, I have, yeah, because I took Korg on Path 9, Section 1 in the first war. And then in the second war, I took him on Mixmaster. The third war, I'm taking him. So I've taken every single Korg that my BG has seen so far. So that's fun. And I've used Quake for him every time. But yeah, that's pretty easy. And that fight goes down. I did take 5 hits though. Oh, it was a 5-hit combo. It's my bad. And then we are going up against a rank 5 Domino. It would not have made a difference if this was a rank 3, and I will show you why that is the case. But it's a pretty good matchup with Warlock. If this was a rank 3 6-star in like a super tight war, I would probably use this special 1 boost. But I do have tech boosts on right now because I have another fight with Warlock, not immediately after this, but soon after. And you'll notice I'm letting her build up a lot of the passive furies. That is actually intentional. There is a way around it. You can't completely prevent it, but you can severely reduce it. I just didn't think it was worth it. And I know, of course, the crit failure is doing 500 a second, so it's draining me quite quickly. But Warlock hits very hard, and he has a lot of block proficiency, so I wasn't worrying about that matchup too much. But now we have a rank 5 Human Torch on this node. He is a pretty common placement just because usually people send a Doom to path 2 section 1 for a lot of defenders on that node, whether it's the first one or the second one. Usually the second. He's not as good for the first node. But he is a quite a common placement here. There's a few champs that can take him very safely. Quake's number 1, and I want you to watch this. I did slow it down. So look, I evade a medium. I'm up against the corner. I dex a light. I'm up against the corner. He throws a light attack. The foot went into Quake's chest and whiffed. So I'm gonna play that for you guys one more time. So it's gonna be right here. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. So he goes into me. I evade the medium. I dex the light. I'm pressed up against my own corner. He's right there. Goes for a light attack. You can see the foot make contact with, and then it whiffs. So what do you do? So the order with Quake is evade dex, evade dex. So in my mind, I was holding heavy. That means I should have evaded that hit. So I need to go for a dex. So I let go of my heavy button, go for a dex, and it throws my heavy. And then he hits me with a 4-hit combo. Which is so dumb. I got 3 incinerates on me. Took me down to 38%, which it's just ridiculous. That's so dumb. I didn't make a mistake in this fight. I play this fight literally the best you possibly can. You can't account for bugs like that. Like, I'm literally pressed up against the corner and he is right beside me and he somehow manages to whiff a light attack. I do not understand. But luckily it was not fatal. A rank 3 torch probably also wouldn't have killed me. I can't imagine it did a whole 20% extra damage on my health. So I would have still been fine. But it's just so dumb. I don't know. I just find that really annoying. And I am using Quake 1, 2, 3 times more this war. Yeah. So we do have to heal her up, unfortunately. We had STZ, who's on path 3. He came in and he took that mojo on Power Snack he soloed. And then I have a rank 5 Apocalypse on this node. So Apocalypse is quite common when we don't see him on Boss, Kinetic, or path 2, section 1, second node. He's quite good on that node, actually. The best counter is Vision. But yeah, he's quite a common placement here, and there are 2 champions prior to Protect that would take him quite easily, and those 2 champions are Corvus #1 and Warlock #2, and since he is an extra large champion, using Corvus against him is not the world's best idea. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play this very slowly, go light, medium into an L2, and that's it's really quite a simple fight. So far this season, I've taken the champion on Mixmaster every single war. I think 2 times it was with Warlock, and 1 time it was Korg. Right, yeah. So 1 time it was a Omega Red, and then it was Korg War 2, and then War 3 it was Apocalypse. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, this fight is very, very straightforward. We played that pretty much perfectly. I did the 1 time he got to throw his special 1, I did block the whole thing, and that's just because I was not concerned about block damage. So here I healed them all up to a reasonable amount, and then you see I'm gonna throw in 1 more 1200 health potion to Quake. Definitely did not need it, as you guys are going to see. But right here we have Havok on Spite and Powerful from Afar. This is a decent placement. We have seen it before, and we've always used Vision in the past. However, I did have someone check for Willpower, and this person did place with Willpower, so Warlock is going to absolutely shred this fight. I do not have my tech boost still on, and I am using Warlock for another fight, but I just don't really care enough. So you guys saw me take 4 fights leading up until section 2. The champ who's on Encroaching Stun was a Mysterio, who you can definitely take with Warlock. However, I was able to send a Nick Fury to the right side, who does it easily, does it easier. So there you go. But since this guy's running Willpower, he's never going to get much power. I think the most he gets is just barely over 2 bars. He does throw his L1 here, and I parry it. There's no actual reason that I parried that. I just guess I didn't really care at that point. I already had a buff on myself with the armor up, so it didn't matter if I triggered Spite or not, but it's not going to end up mattering. He's down in 50 seconds, so it's a very, very easy fight there. Now we'll go on to the next fight. So we're taking Darkhawk on kinetic aspect of evolution. He's quite here. Back on stubborn days, I would send a Medusa with a special 1 boost to this fight, although Magneto could also do it. But I think I was able to send a Medusa every single time we ever saw this placement with stubborn. And it's quite simple. With Quake, because you ignore every single node here. It's literally just quaking Darkhawk. He has no double mediums. He has no tricky spacing on anything. He's just, and his combo enders are so obvious because he either has a kick or he swings around with his wings. So he's maybe one of the easiest champs in the game to Quake, and it's just it's a free fight. I was quite happy when I saw that combination of champs there, because I knew Quake and Warlock are the 2 champs I needed for Section 1. And they're going to be all I use in Section 2 as well. We don't even get to use Falcon until the boss island, which is, I'm pretty sure, the same thing that happened in War 1 and 2. I don't know. No, I used Falcon in War 1 for a Killmonger, I think, on Path 7, Section 1, yeah. But now we have rank 2 6-star Dr. Doom. If this was rank 3, it would not have made a difference. It honestly does not matter. Doom is a common placement here. Either Quake or Magic can take it with their eyes closed. Like, it's such an easy fight. This guy's going to be very passive for the first cycle. He's going to dash back, I think it's 3 or 4 times. So right here, I get too far, but luckily I wasn't charging heavy. So I'm able to walk up to him, and even though he's at 9/10 of a bar of power, there is absolutely zero risk of him ever getting to a special attack unless he hits me or I hit him, which is not going to happen. You don't even trigger powerful from afar, because whenever you're charging heavy with Quake, you prevent it from activating, and the opponent does not have a way of getting away from you while you're not charging heavy, because every time he could possibly dash back in a combo, I will already be holding my heavy attack, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that fight goes down really, really cleanly, 0-0, which is what I love to see with a Quake fight. Although 1-0 is the exact same thing if you end with a heavy attack, because that's the way fights end. But now we have a rank 2 6-star Dragon Man on the Vigorous Assault mini. And I actually didn't know this going into the fight, but it turns out that, as you guys are going to see here, when Dragon Man's power gain buff is about to come back, if you are holding heavy with Quake, it's gone. It's not coming back the rest of the fight. He is just done. This guy's already dead, and we're just barely started the fight. So yeah, this is it's a great matchup here. You can just Quake this guy. You got class advantage. He does not benefit from willpower because he's a robot. So it's so nice. Dragon Man can be a problem. He wouldn't be on this node. You could always take this fight with like Torch and absolutely shred him. But just Quake makes this fight so easy. It's really nice. But yeah, that fight is pretty much already over. This is Quake's last fight of the war, so we say thank you for your work today, Quake. And did have to use a few potions on her today, but it's completely fine. As of when I'm recording this, I'm in tomorrow morning I will be able to buy potions again and be at 25 out of 25 for all levels. So I'm not actually in any danger of like running low or anything like that. So now we have a rank 5 M.O.D.O.K on the stunning reflection node, and I do have my rank 3 Falcon with me, of course, and he is going to be taking this fight. So every time we've seen M.O.D.O.K, J-Gase has taken him. So War 1, he took him on this node, and then War 2, he took him on the boss node, and he soloed a rank 3 M.O.D.O.K boss. So I did watch the video, and I thought that I was ready for this fight, so let's go into it. And you can already see just the destruction that is happening to this M.O.D.O.K. I have no suicides on here. I only have medium boosts on. I don't even have my like big boosts on. One cycle of Falcon already took this guy to under 50%. Every single medium attack that crits while I'm in locked on, 9,000 damage. And every light attack has 6,000 damage. The damage out of this guy is just absurd. Like, it's so much. And yeah, he's about to die. So we hit an intercept here. This guy's done for. And that was a very fast, very easy fight. I have no doubt that if I saw a rank 3 M.O.D.O.K on this node, I would absolutely just destroy him. I would be so ready for that. But 46 hits and he goes down. I did have Tildo with me, and he's going to apply the white Magneto pre-fight to this Rhino, and we're going to go into this fight with Warlock. And of course the white Magneto pre-fight for metal and hero champions makes metal or hero champions makes all stuns passive, and for all champions in the game it gives you 15% extra attack rating. So I don't really understand this placement really. I kind of expected to see a Rhino on maybe path 5 of section 2, which isn't even a hard fight anymore. You can always take that with like Apocalypse. Even Warlock can take that fight quite easily. But yeah, I'm not going to go for any heavy attacks, but Warlock is an extra large attacker, so if for any reason one of my special 2 hits or maybe one of my medium crits activates Stubborn Protect, all you have to do is hit a nice parry heavy, because you don't have to worry about the limber on this node. You only have to worry about the brute force, which we pretty much completely ignore. And he goes down. And I thought that was my last fight of the war. It was supposed to be my last fight of the war. It's the last fight I assigned. And then SCZ went into the boss fight and almost got it down. He had the boss at, I think it's 24%, 22%. And then he unfortunately got parried in the middle of a combo because he went medium, light, light, light. And then his second medium was super delayed and he did get parried. But that's fine, because one cycle using Falcon's going to kill him. I threw an L1 just for fun. I knew it would do virtually no damage because this guy's bleed immune, but I was just screwing around. I'm like, I don't know if it's physically possible to lose this fight at this point when he's that low. But yeah, there you go. We do clean up. Of course, it's physically possible, but I mean, like, anyone who can competently play the game semi-decently. There's actually another guy in Battle Group 3 that also got 11 attacker kills. It's quite uncommon. I've gotten the top number in the Alliance with 9 before. So it's weird that 2 people get 11 in one war, but I mean, that's cool. We did get second MVP spot. Unfortunately, 0 of my defenders got a kill, as they did solo my Apocalypse boss with a Ghost, which honestly is pretty impressive, because the Ghost is probably the 5th best option for rank 3 Apocalypse Protect boss. But yeah, as of right now, let me show the leaderboards. Come on. Okay, it's got to load in again. Sorry about that. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the war. We'll just talk about my stats so far this season and my Alliance's stats. Oh, there we go. Oh, damn it. I messed it up again. Oh, whatever. So, 1 on the season, having lost our first war, I think. And yeah, and then we won the last 2. We're still at 0 deaths for the season, and in 3 wars, we've taken 30 fights, so averaging 10 fights a war. Means we're on pace for 120 fights this season. I'm going to tell you now, that's not going to happen. Probably going to be around 100 this season. It might be a little higher, but we'll see. And for the Deathless streak, we're going to add 10 on top of that. So we are going to be, 10 on top of 11 on top of last war. Wow, I really can't speak English. And we're going to be at 44 consecutive wins. So that's really, really nice. Like I said, our goal is, I don't have a specific goal right now. It'd be really cool to reach a 100 streak in Alliance War, but that's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to do my very best. That is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next war video.